when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. 23-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Second and 6.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When you look at the Saints defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. The ground, it's the rookie running back out of Miami. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
In motion left is Wilson. He'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And an Eagles first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Now they'll change things up. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Thorpe. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're Get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
1 yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Eagle defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Sideline throw, it's tipped, but he still got it. A nice gain of 21 yards.
You and I both know that was a lucky play, but you got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Now Hurts changing up the play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A quick throw here out to Brown. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And he'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 13 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Willis looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there. And now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. Here's Willis. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped. Behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and 19. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. This is fielded at the 7. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Saints at 8-4 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Willis out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. This is Coleman with a grab. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
1979 Broncos. Mustang 19, Cup 19.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's got some space here. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Willis now off play action. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Willis to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here we go.
Now Willis. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nolan Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the gun, here's Willis. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ready?
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Willis. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Silver, ready? Hey, Silver.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he'll just get rid of it.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 3rd and 6. In motion right, that's Wilson. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Easy, 63, 6. Call up Yanni.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, 73, 7. Call up Yanni. Go Silver, ready? No time.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
To throw, here's Willis. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
To throw, here's Willis. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Back to throw, Willis. That's complete to Mooney. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A game there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Willis to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready, go.
Right back to the air with Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Willis from the gun on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And it's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight. so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Willis. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Completes it to Coleman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about 4 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Here's Willis. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Right back to the air again with Willis. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bucky Irvin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs... And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels, He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And Hurts going to move him around. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Sherwood on the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Inaudible here to get a new look. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go, ready.
From his end zone, Willis. There he goes up the right sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
The shotgun snap to Willis. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now from the gun, here's Willis. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, Willis to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keon Coleman His second touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. Hurts completing this one quickly. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
For an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle first down.
Miami. Ready?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Myles Garrett.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson's got it complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a gain of
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Right, a great lead by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Hurts.
The 46-yard line.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Silver. Turn up, get it. 63.
Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
63. Alpha. Delta.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Willis looking to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Willis looks to pass it here. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Ready?
Now Willis to throw. Looking deep here from Mooney. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Darnell Mooney with an amazing diving catch. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Trimmer.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's still on his feet. Good spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit. Had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
7 Pirates, 60 Bikes, 79 Broncos. 60 Mavericks, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Willis now off play action. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? Knock 70 Timberwolves. Prep 18 and Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cougar 19. Ready?
To throw, here's Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pick.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Willis. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 20 field.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Great, set.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And that's complete to close. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Play action. Here's Willis. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Bucky Irving. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It's 2nd down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let go.
Willis. Here's Johnson. Wilson with a reception. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
Here's Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Willis on the sneak. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
15.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
19-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for New Orleans, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.